Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign, but remember to watch all three so that you get a clearer picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody. That is just fine. You should always use your own discernment before we start. As always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you all on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, you have all right, the Temperance card. Okay, so first things first, this week you really get to do what you do best, which is to find the balance point in everything. All right, now what this doesn't look like is toxic giving, right, where you give to the point of depleting. What it doesn't look like is you changing your viewpoint just to make sure that everybody's happy and everybody but you gets what they want. The Temperance card is about alignment, but it's also about balance, and it's also about the vibrational match. All right, now what happens with the Temperance card, sometimes it can see us being drawn into situations where we play, as I say here in the UK, we call it piggy in the middle, right? So where you're expected to mediate between people. Now, this week, what you're not going to do is to give away your personal power or to put other people above yourself, right? Balanced and equal means balanced and equal. Now, in all of these different areas of life, whatever it is that you are trying to achieve or striving for, this is a card of alignment, right? So is your energy and your frequency on the internal a vibrational match for the external, right? That's the question that really needs to be asked here. Now, if you don't know, and you've been living under a rock somewhere, my tarot course is open for enrollment. Enrollment shuts on the 31st of January, or it will close on, oh gosh, come on, brain. Enrollment will close on the 31st, or when all 20 spaces are filled. So the reason I only take 20 spaces or 20 students is because I want to make sure that I give you my best. I want to make sure that I can at least have some one-on-one time with you. You're going to get 12 weeks with me. You get Q&As, bonus videos, you get PDFs, you're going to get live client demos and practice and all of that good stuff. So if you are interested, you can get that on the link in the description box below. I think there's like 1 or 2 spaces left on the clearing cohort at this point. And that is a really deep immersive work I'm very proud of. So if you want to be a part of that, check out the video for it. Now, for your actions and options, you have the Empress card, which the Empress is Venus. So this is effectively your energy, right? So the energy of balancing out your vibrational energy and also balancing out any and all situations that are out of balance. So I love this for you. I actually think this is great. Now, one of the ways that you might be pursuing this week or getting the most out of this week is to change the aesthetic or the image of some part of or aspect of your life. Because it's in your actions and options, this might be about how you present yourself, right? So this could be like literally, maybe you say to yourself, right, I'm gonna change my, the color of my hair, I'm going to change my clothes, I'm going to change whatever. You're going through the process of really refining yourself at this time, which is wonderful. Now, in terms of the options that are available to you, the option for more or the option to grow or to make better something that you have or desire in your world, right? So effectively this week basically says you can have more than you currently have if that's what you desire. You just have to find that same energetic frequency or vibrational match for it. So I'm here for it. For your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Wands, right? So great card of partnership, relationship, connection, etc. But it's also an active card, right? Now, the fact that you've got this in your communications will be very active this week, but there's a lot of give and take. There's a lot of push and pull. And there's you in all of this trying to figure out, okay, usually I would do this and this is what would look like fairness to me. But what that usually looks like for a lot of Libras, I'm sorry to call you out here, guys, but I say this out of all love. A lot of the time, what Libra can considers fair for everybody usually leaves them shortchanged, and that's the way to it's a surefire way towards resentment. This week, however, it looks like you're looking at things from a truly balanced perspective and saying, right, okay, if this were truly fair, what would I be getting out of it as well as everybody else? So I love that you're inserting yourself into this situation and taking your fair share of whatever is available. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, it does look like a lot of you are looking to amplify or up level the workload. So you might be taking an additional course, you might be deciding that you're going to take an extra credit or an extra year or something along those lines, but it is very geared towards a specific outcome. So I actually really love this for you, especially if you're looking at getting some kind of license or something along those lines. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, again, if your field is one that has like a licensing situation, etc., this could be you going after that. And I love this for you because it actually means that you're not only you getting it, but you're going after something in a very self-directed way. For those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, you might be called into a situation here where you're expected to mediate. And I gotta be honest with you, with the cards that are present, it kind of feels like you're going to say, you know what, I'm not choosing sides, I'm choosing me, and me chooses to stay out of it. All right, this is an A and B conversation. I'll see myself out. Now, for those of you that are retired and no longer working, this actually looks like something that you are pursuing because you know it can be lucrative, but it's also something that you enjoy. So it's like a hobby or a skill or a talent that you can do really well, that is very easy to you, that doesn't take a lot, it doesn't stress you out or anything like that. It's just, I love to do this, it's easy for me to do, so I'm going to pursue it, and if I can make some extra bucks doing it, then you know what, happy days. I'm totally here for that, and I think you will do really, really well at it. It could have something to do with, you know, it could be anything from baking cakes right through to floristry, you know, flower arranging. It could be writing meal plans for people. There's something here that you're really good at, that you really enjoy, that you're like, you know what, why not make money from it as well? For your love and relations, you've got the High Priestess. What is the one thing that all of these cards have in common? Balance. Venus is Libra. You've got the High Priestess. Look, she's literally sitting between two pillars. You've got the Two of Wands. All twos relate to the High Priestess, which, by the way, you will learn all about if you join my tarot course. You know what to do. Link in the description box below. And that Two of Wands, right, with the High Priestess, this is some kind of professional situation that your partner and or your significant other is privy to that maybe nobody else is. But all of these cards, even Temperance, right, they're all about balance in some way. Yours is the sign of balance, but I really feel like the reason this is coming up so powerfully and so strong at the moment is partially because obviously Venus is moving into that conjunction with Aquarius, right? Venus, your ruling Pluto in Aquarius. Venus is your ruling planet, but this is a reset of sorts because it gets you to really consider where you've been fair with others and where you've, you know, that fairness actually looks like you being unfair to yourself. I love this for you. It's like the universe is forcing you to call yourself out, and it's holding you accountable for you getting the best and the most out of your life. I'm totally here for it. Yes, universe, shake your henny. All right. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Now, for those of you that are single and looking, this is secret crush energy, right? There's somebody comes forward to say, look, I really like you, haven't been able to tell you for A, B, and C reason, and it leads to some kind of movement and advancement. I am totally here for this for you. Now, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could also be that somebody comes to tell you that they like you. And I've got to be honest with you, clandestine relationships, there are three things that cannot long stay hidden: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So just watch out for that. I will say, for those of you that are striking up relationships within the workplace, if that's either not allowed or it's a problem or an issue, or it becomes a problem or an issue with the job, I would take a moment to really consider All right, like yeah, just because it's the High Priestess. Now, another way that this could show up for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, something hidden within the relationship or within the scope of or the life of your partner could be revealed to you at this time. It doesn't have to be a deal breaker. It could just be that they say, like, you know what, I've been saving, you know, 200-300 quid for the last 3 months or 3 years, and now I've got all of this money and this is what I want to do with it, right? Like, it doesn't have to be that they come to you and say, like, I cheated on you and I'm leaving you. You know, it can be anything. It could be something really positive. My money is on it being something around money or finances, which is why I gave the first example. Now, for your money and materials, before we get into that, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, whether this is astrology, tarot, or numerology, you can hit the link in the description box below. I would be honored to read for you. Now, for your money and materials, check this out. You really couldn't ask for any more than the King of Pentacles in the money sector, because it means that whatever moves you make through the work and or the career this week, they have a very good and a very big financial amplification of some sort. Now, the King of Pentacles, usually an earth sign male, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, coupled with the Venusian Venus card energy, though, this person is very likely to be a Taurus. So this could be a Taurus that helps or assists you in some way. It could be somebody that really goes to bat for you, or somebody that gives you really good information about how to use or even invest your money, and it sees you really making a move this week that can put you ahead financially in a really big way. Love the King of Pentacles. It very often shows up for things like promotions as well. Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, your neck, your throat, and your voice are aspects of self that you really do want to look after this week. Because you've got this with the Temperance card, if you do have anything come up with that area of your body and etc. this week, my advice to you would be just go straight to a doctor. Don't wait. Don't think, oh, you know, I'm sure it will get better at some point. Even if this is, you start to lose your voice, go. And I touch wood. And the reason, I'm not a doctor, can't give medical advice. This is not a diagnosis. The reason I say this is because of the cards that are present. If you do start to lose your voice this week, it's probably not because you've been talking too much. It may very well be because you've got some kind of bacteria or something at the back of your throat. All right. Again, not a doctor, not a diagnosis, but if you join my tarot course, I'll be able to explain a lot of how I do that stuff. Now, that was a good one, wasn't it? Hook 'em in. Right, when it comes to your home and your environment, King of Pentacles is beautiful for home, especially because you've got especially because you've got the Temperance card, actually, yes, but also especially because you've got the Empress. What this means is you're improving the home this week, but you're really able to rein yourself in on the overspending part. So it's like, you almost say, like, I know this needs to be done and I want it to be done well, but I'm not going to break the bank or go into debt to do it. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.